Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. My name is Shoaib. I'm the voice behind all the videos that you see on this website as well as our official YouTube channel, youtube.com/PMCLounge. Subscribe to us if you're watching this on YouTube. We are all about PMP. We are all about project management and other project management related certifications. Now, in this video, I'm going to share 6 websites that you can use to earn PDUs for free. Now, there are timestamps if you're watching this on YouTube. You can skip right away to those websites if you want to. But I would highly urge you to stay here because there is some important information that I want to share before we go there. Now, the first thing that I want to share is PDUs are different than contact hours, right? So if you are preparing for the PMP exam, what you need are contact hours. Although PDU has become a popular terminology, so a lot of people think that they need 35 PDUs to be eligible for the PMP exam. What they actually need are 35 contact hours. Now, there are 6 ways that you can earn those 35 contact hours, and I've done a video on that as well. So I'll share the link. The first link in the description will be that video where I share 6 ways for you to earn 35 contact hours, or you can call them PDUs as well, when you are preparing for your PMP exam. What we are talking about in this video are the actual PDUs, the 60 PDUs that you need to accumulate in 3 years and report to PMI to be eligible to renew your PMP certification, right? So 60 PDUs every 3 years, that's what you need to report to PMI to be able to renew your certification. Now, if you're wondering what is PMI, what is PDU, PMP, PMBOK, right? All these are basic terminologies, but I'm pretty sure you already know what PMP, PMBOK, PMI is. But if you're wondering what exactly this PDU is, because I introduced an element of confusion in the beginning itself when I said that contact hours and PDUs are 2 different things. So if you're wondering what a PDU is, I'll share a link to one of the videos where I talked about the basic terminologies that you need to know. So second link in the description, do check that out. Now, I've also done a video earlier where I had shared 5 websites which offer webinars and podcasts, and using those websites you can basically earn free PDUs for your PMP renewal. But I understand that some of those websites are now out of order. Actually, a couple of them are they still work, and they are included in this video also. But if you want to check that older video out, that will be the third link in the description. Now, there's another thing that I want to share here, and that is when you earn PDUs, how do you report them to PMI, right? So that is also a video that I had done earlier. So that will be the 4th link in the description. And finally, when you're earning PDUs by attending these webinars or podcasts, this is just one way of earning PDUs. Actually, there are several ways using which you can earn PDUs. What are those ways? That is also something that I have discussed earlier. So that will also be linked in the description. That video will also be linked in the description. And let's say you have more than one PMI certification. Let's say you have PMP and PMI ACP or any other even more certifications, right? You may have more than a couple of certifications. So how do you keep those certifications active? How do you maintain multiple PMI certifications? That is also something that I've talked about earlier. So that video will also be linked in the description. So with all that being clear, that being said, I hope you are going to find all those videos helpful as well. Now let's move on and go to the first website that can offer you free PDUs for your PMP renewal. So this website is called projectmanagement.com. This is a PMI's own website. As you can see the PMI logo here, projectmanagement.com. All that you need to do is go to webinars and go to on-demand webinars. There's a section for earning PDUs also. If you want to check that out, that's fine. But here in the on-demand webinars section, what you can basically do is you can search for the kind of PDUs that you're looking for. Let's say what I want is leadership PDUs, and I'm looking for free PDUs in leadership. So it is going to show you some webinars that you can attend. And as you can see, this one, project portfolio management in construction sector, alignment with organizational strategies. This is going to give you one PDU. So if you want 60 PDUs for in 3 years, that is what you actually want for your PMP renewal, right? So you need to attend 60 such webinars, and there are loads of webinars here. Don't it's not like you're going to run out of webinars on projectmanagement.com. So you can see here, right, there are 9 pages shown here in the results itself, and we are just talking about free. We are just talking about the leadership domain. Remember, you need PDUs for technical, leadership, and strategic, all 3 of them, right? So you can basically get a lot of PDUs from projectmanagement.com itself. If you use projectmanagement.com, you don't necessarily need to use any other website. All your PDU requirements can be taken care of for free on projectmanagement.com itself. But since I told you that I'm going to share 6 websites, the second one is iag.biz. Actually, projectmanagement.com and iag.biz, these 2 websites I had also included in the previous video that I had done on how you can earn free PDUs. So IAG, this is a consulting firm basically, and you can go to insights and resources. This is where you are going to find on-demand webinars, and these webinars are also going to offer you PDUs. So let's talk about webcast. Here is requirements definition, best practices for software RFPs. So this is a 2-hour long webinar, and this is going to provide you 2 PDUs. Now, once you see this webinar, how do you report this to PMI? That is something that I've already talked about earlier, and that was something that I mentioned in the start of this video as well. So check out the link in the description for an older video where I show you how you can claim PDUs to PMI after attending such webinars. Website number 3 is velociteach.com. Velociteach.com. So here, all that you need to do is go to manage this podcast. Now, then there's claim podcast PDUs. I think, that's just, they've basically given you how you can claim the PDUs after you have listened to the podcast. But when you go to manage this podcast, you will see all the podcast episodes listed here. And they've also mentioned how many PDUs you are going to obtain. Now, in which domain also? Power skills, ways of working, business acumen. Now, power skills, ways of working, business acumen is basically the new talent triangle of PMI. I've done a video earlier where I've explained how the talent triangle has now changed. So technical, leadership, strategic, these 3 domains in the PMI triangle, right? These 3 sides of the PMI triangle are now not called technical, leadership, and strategic. They are called power skills, ways of working, and business acumen. So I'll share a link to that video also where I talked about how the talent triangle has changed. But when it comes to PDUs, nothing effectively changes, right? So power skills are basically your leadership domain. Power skills is basically your leadership domain. So if you're earning something in power skills, it will align to leadership when you report to PMI. So these are all the podcasts that you can listen to, and you can also see how many PDUs you can basically earn. So this is the third website, velociteach.com. Fourth website on this list is peopleandprojectpodcast.com. Peopleandprojectpodcast.com. All the links to these websites will also be in the description, so feel free to check it out. One good thing about this website is you can search episodes by PDU type directly. And remember, I just told you how leadership is now known as power skills. Strategic and business management is now known as business acumen. and technical project management, or technical, is now known as ways of working. So you can basically align if you are looking for leadership related podcasts. Like I said earlier as well, if you obtain any leadership related PDUs, they will be aligned and match with your power skills related PDUs as well in when you report them to PMI. So that is how you can look at all the podcasts that are present here. Website number 5 is PM Podcast, or projectmanagementpodcast.com. So this again has a lot of podcasts that you can actually listen to and claim PDUs as needed. You can basically, they have their own paid programs also, so check this website out as well, projectmanagementpodcast.com. Finally, number 6 is cadencemc.com. They have both podcasts and webinars that you can actually go through and claim PDUs for. So these are all the webinars. So let's say required personal skills for today's project manager. If you go there, you can see that it is basically a 1 hour long webinar. So when you attend this webinar, you should be able to claim 1 PDU. How do you claim that? That's something that I've already talked about in a previous episode, in a previous video, not an episode. Too many podcast episodes here, right? So those are the 6 websites that you can use to earn free PDUs and report to PMI and keep your PMP certification active and valid. That is all that I had in this video. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please hit that like button. It helps us stay motivated and create more free content for you. Don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, the #1 free PMP resource out there. Thank you and have a nice day.